G'day everyone, Brian here. Are you familiar with the phrase, whoever dies with the most toys wins? You might be familiar with it or you might not, but I expect you're not surprised to realise that you won't find that in the Bible. That's not a biblical phrase at all. In fact, it's a very different image that we get in the Bible. A young friend of mine years ago used to wear a t-shirt that had a similar phrase on it, and on the front, whoever dies with the most toys, and on the back, still dies. But Jesus did have something to say to people who were worried about getting more, having more. It's interesting that he says this after rebuking Peter for not wanting him, Jesus, to suffer and die, as he's just told them. These are some of the best known verses of the Bible, and I encourage you to memorise them, get them into your mind. From verse 34 of Mark chapter 8, he called the crowd to him along with the disciples. So he's not just talking to the disciples, the crowd are hearing this as well. If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for me and for the gospel will save it. What does that mean? How can I lose my life by trying to save it? How can I lose my soul by trying to gain the whole world? Well, you probably know some people who illustrate this really well. Their heart is totally set on their business. And in gaining success in their business, what have they lost along the way? Some have lost their family, some have lost a good reputation, and some eventually have lost the very business they were trying to build up. You might see it in some sporting stars, and currently there seems to be a few out there that, yeah, you're a premiership coach, you're a great player. You're trying to gain the whole world in that particular field, but what have you lost along the way? Oh, you've lost your wife? Well, what have you gained? And what you've lost is far greater than what you've gained. So here's the message of Jesus. Don't try to build everything up, because you'll lose your soul. And your soul matters much more than this stuff which will crumble and fall into landfill at some point. But your soul is eternal. What are you trying to gain? And what are you strengthening? Are you strengthening your soul or your collection? Are you strengthening your spiritual life or are you strengthening your physical life? Are you storing up treasure on earth or are you storing up treasure in heaven? I'll leave that with you. I hope you'll have a good day. I hope you can do good things for Jesus today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.